Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, welcome once again. As usual, I am going to start from the summary of the previous lecture. As you remember that we have started a very interesting discussion about the dummy variables. Dummy variables are a technique that help us to quantify the qualitative variable. Because before the previous lecture, we talked about every time about the ratio scale variables. But this should not give the impression that our regression analysis can capture the effect of only the quantitative variable. Our regression analysis is equally potential. It has the potential to capture the effect of qualitative variable. So we use dummy variable to quantify the qualitative variable. For example, the most important qualitative variable is the difference between the sex. For example, if a person is male or the other is female, then what will be happening? We will be using, rather than male and female, 0 and 1 code. So what this means, most of the time, as I repeatedly said, that you can choose any of the two numbers. But at the same time, there is tradition that we use that if 1 means the presence, 0 means the, you can say, the absence. So the dummy variables tell us that whether there is presence of a phenomena or there is the absence of some phenomena. We built our discussion and we gave a very small introduction, and we found that in the first example that these helps us in finding the you can say the characteristics, or you can say the comparing the statistical difference. By looking just on that, we can find that there is a difference, but is there any significant difference, then we will have to go for the dummy variable technique, and we started discussing this technique. So topics for today, we will remain within the limits of the dummy variable, and I would like to complete this by the end of this lecture. The caution in the use of dummy variables, it is necessary to know the cautions, that what are you can say the reservation, or you can say the noticeable point in using the dummy variable. So what we will be doing, taking care, look at this, and I was talking, I think I talked about that in the case of 3 categories, I smartly introduced only 2 dummy variables. So I would be giving the justification for why we use less dummy as compared to the total categories. And then we will be talking about different techniques. So the first thing that every researcher should be well aware of before using the dummy variable is that if a qualitative variable, now qualitative variable, it may be sex, it may be area, it may be region, it may be religion, it may be something else. If a qualitative variable has m categories, for example, if I talk about sex, there are major 2 categories of the sex, male and female. And if I say, talk about the province of Pakistan, there are 4 provinces, ignoring the province of Gilgit-Baltistan. Do not confuse yourself. So this is, I say there are 4 characteristics when I am talking about the province of Pakistan. And if I talking about the sex, male and female, there are 2 categories. So what caution we should take, that if a qualitative variable has m categories, m means here m is equal to 2 in this case, and in this case m is equal to 4. Then if this is the case, introduce only m minus 1 dummy variable. For example, if I take this case, there are 2 cases, I will be using m minus 1, m is equal to 2 minus 1, I will be using 1 dummy. And if this is the case of the areas, this is m is equal to now 4, I will be using 4 minus 1, 3. So what this means, simply speaking, जितनी आपकी कैटेगरीज हैं उनमें से एक माइनस करके आप बाकी जो है वो डमी यूज करें. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू हैव क्वालिटेटिव वेरिएबल दैट हैव 100 कैटेगरीज, you will be using 99 dummies. You will be just using m minus 1. This is the general formula, that if there are m categories, you will be using m minus 1 categories for these dummy variable. If more than one qualitative variable, look at this, if in the same regression sex also enters, region enters, religion enters, many other qualitative variable now enter into our model, then need not to worry about this. For what you will be do for each category. For example, my model is that this is, for example, it is y is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 sex plus beta 3 region. I am talking in case of Pakistan, and you can say this is the model. Now what happened? Two qualitative variable have entered into our model. This one, and that is the sex, and this is the religion, region rather than religion. Region means here 4 provinces. I will divide Pakistan into 4 regions that are Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan and KPK. So what this means, now there are 2 qualitative variables, no need to worry about it. Dummy variable have potential to deal this problem. What we will be doing here, m is equal to 4. 4 categories of the region variable, we will be using m minus 1 dummy variable. It means we will be using dummy variable, 3 dummy variables. 3 dummy, d we mean dummy variable. And if you come to this one, this is now the sex, and you know m, it has 2 categories, m is equal to 2, so m minus 1 is equal to 2 minus 1, so we will be using only 1 dummy variable in this case. So the first our caution is that if there are m categories, simply use m minus 1 dummy variable, and if more than 1 qualitative enter into your model simultaneously, the situation never changes. What you will be doing for each category, you will be introducing m minus 1 variable for each category. अब हर category जो है वो क्या है, अलग हो रही है. Every qualitative variable. Sex की 2 categories हैं, 1 डमी यूज करें. रीजन की पाकिस्तान में जो है मैंने 4 में डिवाइड किया, इसकी जो है वो 3 डमी वेरिएबल इसके लिए जो है वो यूज करें. The next is, if the rule not followed, if there are m categories and you also introduced m dummy variables. आप तजर्बात तो नया करते हैं ना, and you should be adventurous, but at the same time I am going to warn you that if there are m categories and you also introduce m dummy variable rather than m minus 1 dummy variable, you will be falling into dummy variable trap. This is very interesting trap, that you will be falling in dummy variable trap, and you can't avoid this. When you will make this mistake, your computer becomes more smarter than you. The computer will say that there is something wrong and your results cannot be estimated. So it will give the message that there is high multicollinearity or any of the message, but it will become unable to estimate the model. For example, if you want to check the female and male, what this means, these are 2 categories, we should use m minus 1 dummies, 1 dummy. You say no, you are using d1 and d2 dummies. When you will estimate, you will come to know that there is some problem, and this problem is simply called the dummy variable trap. And what this means, there is perfect multicollinearity. Why there will be perfect multicollinearity? If you see here, when there will be 1, there will be 0. And when there will be 0, there will be definitely 1 in 2 categories, in male and female. So there is perfect multicollinearity in this model. And you can see how this is. If I add, you can say 1 to this one, I add 1 to this becomes, and I add 1 to this becomes. So your model becomes inestimable and you fall into the dummy variable trap. The cautions continues. That was the only 2 cautions we talk about, that if there are m categories, use m minus 1 dummy variable, and if there are more qualitative variable, stick to this formula, that if there are even 10 qualitative variable, for each qualitative variable you should use m minus 1 categories, m minus 1 dummies for each qualitative variable. Now you will come to know that if there was a time in the previous lecture that I call beta 1 is equal to in Pakistan, that West, I called it equal to West, that I took it as the base category. So the category for which, अब आपको पता है कि हर कैटेगरी वेरिएबल के लिए एक हम कम डमी यूज कर रहे हैं, एंड व्हाट इज द रीजन? द कैटेगरी फॉर विच नो डमी वेरिएबल इज असाइंड इज नोन एज द बेस, बेंचमार्क, कंट्रोल, कंपैरिजन, रेफरेंस और omitted category. There are 5 names for this, that definitely when you are using, there are m categories and we are using m-1 categories, definitely there is one category missing. That missing category is called base categories. On the basis of this we will be comparing the result. This is the benchmark, threshold level, control, we will be looking at this, we will be making comparison. This is the reference, or you can simply say that this is the omitted category. And all comparisons are made in relation to the benchmark category. Whenever we will be making decision, we will take it that this is our benchmark situation and we will be making comparison against this one, and we will be doing this in the example. The intercept value beta 1 represent the mean value of the benchmark category. Now the knots have become opening. नई गिरें खोल रही है. The beta 1 will show the average value of the omitted category that you for which you did not apply the dummy variable. The coefficient attached to the dummy variable, definite, this is the model. If these are beta 1, these are beta 2 and beta 3, that are the coefficient. This is the intercept. Now what will they tell? These are known the differential intercept coefficient. This is very, you can say, the simple as compared to, look at this, beta 1 is the benchmark category and it measures the average value of the omitted variable. So all the other variables that are the slope variable, they are now differential intercept variable coefficients. So what this means, we will be taking their difference from the beta 1 to compare that what is whether they are high, whether they are less, and so on. And the fifth is, if a qualitative variable has more than one category, the choice of the benchmark category is strictly up to the researcher. अब पाकिस्तान के 4 सूबे हैं, किस सूबे को आपने बेस बनाना है, it is up to you. There is no hard and fast rule, but when you make the categories, when you omit, or you can say that take the benchmark category, then you are making all other comparison with this category. For example, if a person takes the Sindh as a benchmark category and he doesn't include the dummy for the Sindh province, he will be comparing all other results with the Sindh, because now beta 1 will capture the effect of the Sindh category. So what we will be doing, the other person comes, he takes the Punjab as a category. So what will be he doing? Now Punjab will become the beta 1. The beta 1 will capture the effect of the Punjab, and we will be making comparison of all other with relation to beta 1. So the choice is up to you. No one can say. Of course, this will not change the overall conclusion. आप जो भी category ले लें, ये overall conclusion, it will never affect the overall conclusion. The question in the use of dummy variable continues, and we have reached the 6th question. And what is this? Dummy variable trap. We should avoid the dummy variable trap. What is the dummy variable trap? You can simply say that if we introduce the dummies equal to the categories, we fall into the dummy variable trap. It is not a well where you will fall and you will lose your life, but it is a, you can say, well where you will, if you fall, then you will definitely face many of the estimation problem. So what is this? If you look at this, introduce as many variable as the number of categories of the variable. हमने आपके लिए एक और सहूलत दे दी, हमने नहीं, dummy variable technique ने. There is another option for you. If you are strict, you say no, I will use as many dummies as there are categories. we accept your claim. The dummy variable techniques enable you can use as many dummies as you can, as there are categories, but now you have to change your model. What you have to change? Look at this model. This is a person who used as many dummies as there were the categories. But look at smartly, the intercept is not present there now. Beta 1 is, you can say that here the intercept that was, you can say now it will be beta 0, because in this model we have started from beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3, and there was an intercept, we have excluded the intercept. So you have the option. अब ऑप्शन जरा ध्यान से सुन लें. अगर m कैटेगरीज हैं, the best solution is use m-1 कैटेगरी डमी वेरिएबल. 10 कैटेगरीज हैं, 9 डमीज यूज करें. But if you still insist that you will use 10 dummies against 10 categories, you can use, but now this time you will have to run the regression through the origin and the intercept will go out of the scene. So now you are left with the two options. It is up to you. We will be talking about this, that if this is the situation, then what is the real scenario. Now the interpretation will change. Definitely you have changed the model, the interpretation will become changed. All the coefficient with the intercept suppressed. Intercept को आपने दबा दिया, आप भाग जाओ यहाँ से. And allowing a dummy variable for each category. Now you are so confident that you have introduced as many dummies as there are categories. We obtain directly the mean value of the various categories. पहले mean value सिर्फ आपकी omitted variable की आती थी, that was the beta 1. Now there is an interestingly beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3 directly. Now no need to compare. Compare अब करना भी भाई आपने किससे है, सब categories तो आपने इसमें डाल दी हैं. So now there is no comparison. Now there is one easy thing, that the every coefficient, now there is no intercept, all the coefficients are the beta coefficient. So now what will be you doing? Now they will bring simply each coefficient will be showing the mean value of that the variable. For example, if in beta 1 here is that mean salary of teacher in West. Beta 2 mean salary in Central and in Northeast and North Central. Beta 3 mean salaries of teacher in South. So now you will need not to compare. Now you can not say, if you remember that this will be equal to beta 1 plus beta 2, beta 1 plus beta 3, and 1 was there beta 1. Now it is out of, because now beta 1 is out of the model. So this is, there are two techniques. If you want to use as many dummies as there are categories, you are allowed. Now we will see that which techniques can be preferred over the other techniques. Now look at here, rather than going for to the next slide, now I have used as many dummies as there were categories, and you remember from our first example that was related to the United States, that we said there are 3 regions in the United States, and what were? The first were the North and Central, and North Central, and the other was, you can say, the South, and the other was the West. Let me see. This, the first was the West, the other was the North and the South. They are changing with. So look at this. Now this is beta 1. And this is slope coefficient because dummy is there. This is beta 1. This value is now beta 2. And this value is beta 3. So these are the all slope coefficient. Now what I can interpret, that if beta 1 is equal to, let me see what is beta 1 is now mean salary of teachers in the West. So I will interpret it that mean salaries of people in the West is $26,158. What is the beta 2 here? Look at the slide. This is in the Northeast and North Central. So what I will see, that the mean salaries of the teachers in the public school is $24,424. I am ignoring the values that are after the decimal. And if you go to your, this is the beta 3, that these are the value, the states are the South, in the South. What I am saying, that the teachers who are working in the South, they have the mean salary of $22,894. So this was the both scenarios, two broader views of introducing the dummies. जितने कैटेगरीज हैं उतने ही डमी यूज कर लें, एक जितनी कैटेगरीज हैं उनमें से एक कम डमीज यूज करें. देन यू विल हैव टू इंटरप्रेट द मॉडल इन ए डिफरेंट वे. When you are using as many dummies as there are categories, then your slope coefficients are directly the mean values of your slope, you can say your slope variable. And when you using m-1 dummies, then there is intercept also, and now the beta 1, that is the intercept, it captures the you can say the mean value of the omitted value. So you will be comparing with this value. Which method is better? कौन सा आपको पसंद आया method? So just let me know before you tell me, and I get feedback. I will give my own opinion, and I think it is up to you that whether you select this or you reject this. From these two techniques, you can use any of the techniques. It is up to you, no need to worry about it. The A technique is, which is better method of introducing dummy? A technique what was? Introduce a dummy for each category and omit the intercept. जो हमने अभी बाद में डिस्कस की. Introduce as many dummies as there are, and when you will be doing this, you will have to you can say exclude the intercept from this. The second is include the intercept term and introduce only m-1 dummies. There is a trade-off between the dummy variable and the intercept. अगर आपने उतने ही dummy variable यूज किए जितनी के कैटेगरीज हैं, बीटा 1 को intercept को निकाल दें. But if you are using m-1 categories, then you can include the intercept. Most researcher, every time it is not as mathematics that we say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Every time we are giving the general statement, now we are choosing and we are supporting some of the, you can say, technique in this, that which technique is better. So what I will be saying, most researchers find the equation with an intercept more convenient. Many of the researchers, you are also researchers, they think that the model should be in such a way that it should intercept. It allows them, makes a difference between the categories. इसका आपको क्या फायदा होगा? You will have one benchmark category and you can make comparison with the others. Otherwise, it will become difficult. And what is to test? T and F test are already available there. And you can test your result with the help of T and F, and you can conclude whether there is a significant difference or not. Now I am leaving up to you. It is up to you whether which technique you use in this category. Now if you come at here, ANOVA models with two qualitative variables. पहले हमने अभी तक बात की एक ही qualitative variable था. Look at here. That this is the model, estimated model, and where y is hourly wages. A person, you are estimating the hourly wages, and look at this. This is D2 dummy, and D2 is married status. It means you are looking the wages trend about the people who are married or unmarried. So if you are, there are two categories now. There is one variable, that is, you can say the marital status, in which there are two categories. There are many categories. There are divorced person and such kind of thing, but we are taking with the two major categories. One, the married status, we will say it is equal to 1. And if not married or otherwise, we will call it that it is equal to 0. 0, 1, I can take value of 0 for the married person. It is also up to the researcher, but most of the time for the presence we use 1 and for the absence we use 0. So this is one our qualitative variable, that is the marriage. Here you can say the marital status. Now come to this D3. This is region of residence. कि आप रहशी कहाँ के हैं? Region of residence. If you are from, now there are only two categories for your simplicity. That if you are from south, I can say that southern Punjab. If you are from south, you will write 1, and if you are from otherwise, you will be writing 0. So now these are the results, these are the estimated result, and you can see that there are 2 categories for marital status and 2 categories for region. But you can see there are 2 categories but only 1 dummy, and there is also 2 categories and there is 1 dummy. So that's why you can see that the intercept is present in your model. Now which techniques you are using? You are introducing M-1 technique, that you are using 1 less dummy as compared to your categories. Now other are, I am not interested in these are SC, standard error, whatsoever, all the other things. Now you can see there are 2 qualitative regressor, need not to explain. One is the marital status, the other is region. 2 categories in marital status, married or unmarried, 2 categories in the region south or the otherwise. So what this means, you will be using 0, 1 categories. Which is the benchmark category here? Now you will have to tell me. Think about this. While you are thinking, I can't wait, and I will have to tell you this. What is this? Look at here. Married in the first, our qualitative variable, 1 is married. So unmarried are you have omitted. So unmarried becomes the, you can say, the omitted or the bench category. Obviously, it is unmarried. Look at here, and non-south residents. जिनको आपने 0 assign किया है, they are not out of the model. They are out of the model and they have the benchmark categories. So we will be calling that in the first qualitative case, the unmarried are the, you can say, the benchmark category, and in the other case there are the residents of the south. You can say that the non-Southian people, they are the benchmark category. Therefore all comparisons are made in relation to the group, this group. जब भी आपने फर्ज किया आपने जो है वो मैरिड की बात करनी है, तो आप जो है इसका इंटरसेप्ट से कंपैरिजन करेंगे, मैरिड को अनमैरिड से कंपेयर करेंगे, और जो है रीजन, यू विल बी कंपेयरिंग रीजन विद द रीजन. द मीन आवरली वेज इन दिस बेंचमार्क इज अबाउट 8.81. जो आपने कैटेगरी एक्सक्लूड कर दी, कौन सी कैटेगरी आपने, कि वो बेचारे हैं भी अनमैरिड एंड दे आर नॉट फ्रॉम द साउथ. So there is a discrimination against the unmarried people. They are not giving as weightage. It is just you can say I am just creating humorous here, that otherwise there is no reason behind this, that the unmarried people, chade, they are not treated as they should be. So what is this? So now this is the beta 1. This is beta 1, this is beta 2, and this is beta 3. This is the benchmark category, and for those people, for which people? This is for unmarried and the people who are from and that are from not from the south. So this is the category. Now you will compare with this. What is this? So what I can say that the mean wages, mean hourly wages of the person who are unmarried and they are not from the south region, it is $8.81. कि वो बंदे जो बेचारे हैं भी अनमैरिड और साउदर्न एरिया से उनका ताल्लुक नहीं है, उनकी जो है वो मीन जो वेजेस हैं वो इंटरसेप्ट में चली गई. दैट इज द बेंचमार्क कैटेगरी. नाउ दिस इज द बेंचमार्क कैटेगरी. नाउ यू कैन कंपेयर. नाउ हाउ विल कंपेयर्ड विद दिस द एवरेज आवरली वेज ऑफ दोज हु आर मैरिड. लुक एट दिस. दीज आर मैरिड is higher by about 1.10. This is a positive sign, and we say the average hourly wages of the married person are $1.0997 higher than the unmarried people. यहाँ भी फर्क आ गया, मैरिड को ज़्यादा प्रेफरेंस दी गई है. सो इट इज़ गुड इफ यू गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गेट मैरिड एज soon as possible. So what is I am telling here, that what this is, that what it is showing, बेंचमार्क कैटेगरी से आपका कंपैरिजन है, और अगर ये माइनस में होता तो मैं कह देता कि इसको जो है दिस इज लोअर, बट इट इज जॉइंट विद द पॉजिटिव साइन एंड इट इज गोइंग ऑन एंड वी आर कंपेयरिंग विद दिस. For an actual average is 9.91. If how it will become 8.81 is the base category. This is higher, and when we will add up, this will come equal to this. So we have compared one variable. Now come to the other variable. By contrast, for those who live in the south, here is a minus sign. Can you spot? I am sure you can spot. What this means? The person who are not living, who are living in south, they have less hourly mean wages as compared to the person who are living in the who are not living in the south. How much they are less? 1.672. So what will be this one? If I subtract 1.67 from 8.81, it will become 7.14. So what will this become? This is benchmark category, average value 8148, and if I subtract from here minus 1.6729, so this is, it will become 7.14. So this was the comparison of this, that you applied the M-1 category techniques, you introduced M-1 dummies, and when you are using this, intercept is there, that is, you can say now the measuring rod. You can measure each and every value with this measure, because this is your benchmark, your omitted variable, or you can say the base category, and you can compare with all other variables. ANOVA versus ANCOVA model. What were the ANOVA model? ANOVA model were those model in which all the independent variables were qualitative form. Look at here. This is our ANOVA model. What is this? Look at, these are our independent variable, married and unmarried, and a region, you can say the people who are in south are not from south. So there were two qualitative independent variable. Look at this one D2 and D3. There is no other, you can say, the ratio scale variable. So the model in which all the independent variables are in the qualitative form, they are called ANOVA model, analysis of variance. But is it true that every time our dependent variable is, you can say, our dependent variable is influenced by only qualitative? It means we have now just entered into the extreme. We are extremists living in Pakistan, getting, you can say, capturing some of the information from our surrounding. There is extremism. So I would like to avoid this extremism in this your quantitative technique. What this means? For 24 lecture, we continued about talking about the nominal ratio scale variable. Then we are from the next, for the next previous two lecture, now we have concentrated on the other extreme, that we are just concentrating on all the independent variables that are qualitative form. So if you are all the variables that are qualitative in nature and they are the independent variable, your model is ANOVA. But is it true that you are only that dependent variable is only influenced by qualitative variable? I think you are agree with me. The answer is simple no. Because the dependent variable is influenced by the qualitative variable as well as quantitative variable. For example, if I want to see the performance, it is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2. What this means? Sex, male and female. The performance of the male, for example, I am testing the performance in the cricket ground. So there will be difference. The weather, these are two, you can say the, I will say hot weather, or I will say the cold weather. These are the, you can say the qualitative variable, but I can write here that you can say, I can say that your weight, beta 2 here, beta 3 weight plus beta 4 height. These are now quantitative variable. Or I can say plus beta 5 the salary or income from the match. मैच से ज़्यादा इनकम होगी तो जान लड़ा देंगे आप लोग. If you think that after winning the match you will be asked to go to the homes empty-handed, you will try to lash out in the next match and you will be not interested in giving the full performance. It is happening not only in Pakistan, but nowadays there are scandals all over the cricket world. So what does this mean? What I am going to say that if your independent variable include qualitative as well as the quantitative, your model becomes ANCOVA. Rather than ANOVA, it becomes analysis of covariance. This becomes ANCOVA model. So what is this? Look at this model. That was another example of the performance. What is this? YI is now average annual salary of public school teacher in state. We are rushing back to our first example of the dummy variable. YI is the salary. Beta 1 is the intercept. It means now we are using the techniques of using n-1 dummies. So what is this? This is D2I. D2I here means, look at here, D2I means 1 if the state is in the northeast. वही वाला ड्रामा जो हमने जो है वो किया था. D3 if the state is from the south. But there is some another variable, that is this one, XI. XI spending on public school per pupil. How much government is spending money into the schools? This is also a variable and this is not the qualitative. So this model that you can see on your screen or you can the monitor of your laptops, you see that this model is not the ANOVA model but this is the ANCOVA model. Simply naam bada mushkil hai, but it is very simple. That do not afraid of the length and the size and the you can say the name of this model. It is very simple that if the independent variable are a mixture of qualitative and quantitative variable, the model becomes ANCOVA rather than ANOVA. Interaction effect using dummy variable. If you remember, we used every time by now variables with the plus or minus sign. Plus or minus sign. The reason behind this was that we want to see the independent effect of variable on the dependent variable. So now what is this? We are using the interact effects using dummy variable. Dummy variable is a very smart technique and it can even go one step further. And here we will be looking that we will be using some of the variable in multiplicative form. And you will come to know that how it happens. It is dummy variable is a very, very flexible tool. And this helps to handle a variety of interesting problems. What are the problems? Implicit in this model is the assumption that the differential effect of the gender dummy D2 is constant across the two categories of race. यहाँ आप देखें D2 है. ये हमने जो है वो क्या है कि इसको हमने लिया है जेंडर के लिए, सेक्स के लिए. So what is this showing? That this effect will remain constant across the model because it is joint with the positive or the negative sign. Now here it is with the positive sign. Positive and negative means the effect is independent. When we will be explaining other variable, we will be keeping it constant. Likewise, the differential effect of the race dummy 2. Look at the dummy 2. This was the dummy 3 we talked about. This should be dummy 3. Is also constant across two sexes. So this is dummy 3, this is dummy 2, in which case this is, you can say, this is if female and dummy 3 is non-white and non-Hispanic people. There was a bit, you can say I just concentrated on the slide rather than you. Look at this, dummy 2 is saying that the person is either male or female. Its effect will remain constant across the model. The D3 says that either person is non-white and non-Hispanic. Non-white, non-Hispanic, 0 otherwise. So what this means, this effect will also remain constant because it is also included with the positive sign. So what is this? Now if we see in many applications such an assumption may be unrealistic. ये भी तो हो सकता है कि वो बंदा मेल भी हो और नॉन हिस्पैनिक भी हो, कुछ इंटरेक्शन उसमें हो जाए. हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि मेल है उसको हम कांस्टेंट कर देते हैं अक्रॉस द मॉडल, हिस्पैनवी है वी कीप इट अक्रॉस द मॉडल. But can we see that we can interact the gender and the, you can say, the race with each other? So we will be talking about this. A female non-white, दो चीजें आप जो है वो हमने इकट्ठी कर दें. A female and non-white may earn lower wages than a male non-white non-Hispanic. वहाँ क्या होता था, हम कहते थे जी मेल है तो ज्यादा इनकम कमा रहा है, फीमेल है तो कम कमा रही है. या उधर हम कहते हैं जी हिस्पानवी है तो ज्यादा कमा रहा है और हिस्पानवी ब्लैक है तो कम कमा रहा है. But if this is the situation that the person is female and he is also from you can say the white Hispanic, then there is some interaction. So how we will you can say control this situation? In other words, there may be interaction between the two qualitative variable D2 and D3. अलग-अलग भी effect है, they have separate effect of D2 and D3, but still now there is a third scenario that says that their interaction may have some effects on the dependent variable. Therefore, their effect on mean value of y is simply additive but multiplicative. अलग-अलग भी है, दोनों मिलकर भी इसको जो है इफेक्ट कर रहे हैं. For example, if I say that the gender also affect the you can say the voter turnout, and the also region also says. But at the same I can say that the gender and the region both can affect the voter, then I have to take some different kind. Look at this. D2 gender का अलग effect, it is combined with the positive sign. Positive or negative are the same thing, because if it is negative, its effect is independent. If it is you can say connected in the model with the positive sign, its effect is independent. इसका भी independent effect. But look at the position of alpha 4. Now alpha 1, alpha 2 are just for you can say the discrimination of the parameter. Now look at this, D2 and D3 are in multiplicative form. Now they are interacting with each other, so now we have to interpret it in another way, and here we have kept the beta, it is also with the additive form, plus के साथ ये भी joint है, we need not to worry about this. Now our concern has developed about this, that this is new phenomena for us. By now we were adding variable by plus or minus sign, but here is two of the variables are in multiplicative form. So what is this? Expected value of yi. This is what is yi. You know the salaries of yi, the salaries of the school teacher across the region, in one region, and D2i is equal to 1. D2 को 1 रखें, it is equal to 1 here, and xi, keep it with xi, and it will become equal to, when you will put it equal to 1, it will become alpha 1, this one, this will also become alpha 2, this will become alpha 3 plus alpha 4 plus beta xi. What this mean? D2 is you are keeping D2 is equal to 1 and D2 3 is equal to 1 and xi. 3 you are taking the 3 properties, what this means, 1 and 2 and x. Look at here, D2, this is the gender variable, is equal to 1, this person is male. D3 is equal to here 1. This person is non-white, non-Hispanic. Go to you can see the key. D3 is equal to 1 if non-white, non-Hispanic. D2 if female, otherwise male. Here we have just now you can see we have changed that if in the previous we used 1 for male and 0 for female. You can change, you can write 1 for female and 0 for male. Now just look at this. If you will write 1 here, you will write here, this will become, model will become alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 plus alpha 4. You will write 1 here and plus BXI, which is the mean hourly wage function for female non-white non-Hispanic worker. अब देखें कि कितना बड़ा जो है वो फंक्शन आ गया है. This is the whole function. ये किसकी वैल्यूज अब बता रहा है? This is telling us that this is the hourly wage function for female non-white non-Hispanic. कैसे हमें पता चला? We have not dreamt, को ख्वाब नहीं आया, but what we did, we put D2 is equal to 1. जी ये फीमेल है, हमने पीछे की में आपने जाके देखा 1 is showing female. Then we said D3, that is the race, we said this is equal to 1, and we saw in our key that it is non-white non-Hispanic. And when we wrote everything there, I think I can explain it if by the writing it here. Look at this model. I will rewrite it here and I will add 1 and you will come to know this. This is yi is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 d2i plus alpha 3 d3i plus beta xi plus ui. Now look at this, your key. You are putting d2 is equal to 1, d3 is also equal to 1. Look at this. Y is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2, d2 की जगह 1 रखें, plus alpha 3, d3 की जगह पर भी 1, plus we have missed this, it should be here that alpha 4, d2, d3 and plus beta this. So alpha 4 will become alpha 4, d2 की जगह पर 1, d3 की जगह पर 1. So this always will convert equal to that expected value of yi will become equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 plus alpha 4. This is plus x beta xi. So this will give us the mean hourly wage function for female non-white non-Hispanic workers. Now there is another good characteristic of the dummy variable, that it can help us in finding the two different trends. If you see many of the variable, you will come to know that at some specific they change their trend. And when they change their trend, definitely you can see that there are now two types of regression. One, the slope is different, the other slope is different. So just wait and come with me. We suppose that there is a hypothetical company and remunerate its sales representative. Suppose you are a sales representative, you go to a company and company give you the package. You negotiate your basic pay. Then they say that there will be commission. And now I am talking about the commission. It pays commission based on sales in such manner. अब ये आपको दो जो है वो फार्मूले दे रहे हैं, that up to a certain level, the certain level, the target or the threshold level, that is xi, there is one commission. For example, वो कहते हैं कि जी अगर आप हमारी 10,000 पैकेट किसी चीज के भी बिकवा दें तो उस वक्त आपको पर पैकेट 1 रुपये कमीशन मिलेगा. आई एम सपोजिंग that this is the threshold level, that is the 10,000, and I can call it that is the xi star. That is the threshold level. आप इसको कोई भी सेट कर सकते हैं, 10,000, 20,000, 500, 50. What is up to you? This is सो किस तरह कमीशन तय हो रहा है, बेसिक वगैरह आपकी तय हो गई. नाउ यू आर द कंपनी इज टेलिंग यू दैट if per month, I am supposing we are talking about the month, the company is saying, asking you that if you will sell 10,000 units in 1 month up to 10,000, you will be getting 1 rupee per packet. After this, definitely there will be more increase, and they say that this is the threshold level, and after this your commission will be 2 rupees per packet. So look at this line. This is your first commission, slow 1, and it is up to X star threshold level. उन्होंने कहा कि जी इस वक्त तक आपको हम ये देंगे, इसको हम कह देते हैं this is the part 1. If you look at this, this is the sale commission and these are the X value. So after this, look at this, your commission increases and immediately the regression line increases. Slopes becomes higher. So what is it? Thus we have a piecewise linear regression consisting of 2 linear pieces or segment. If you see, for example, if I call this A point, now we have the curve is linear, but now we have 2 linear regression models, regression lines. The first is from this point to this point A, and the other is after the A point. The technique of dummy variable can be used to estimate the 2 slopes of the 2 segments of the piecewise linear regression. लो जी, आज का पढ़ना आपका very much learning that the dummy variable technique has the potential to measure 2 different these trends in 1 step. So this is the piecewise regression, or you can say the piecewise linear regression. यहाँ तक आप किसी में भी इसका ट्रेंड दे सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ वी से यू से वर्कर दैट अगर वो जो है एक दिन में 500 ईंटें उठाता है, आप उससे कहते हैं कि जी 500 तक आप उठाएंगे तो आपको पर ईंट उठाने की जो है वो 1 रुपी मिलेगा. इसके बाद आप जितनी भी उठाएंगे आपको 3 रुपीज जो है RS इज इक्वल टू 3 रुपीज. सो दिस इज नाउ piecewise linear regression. The procedure, how to, as we have said that this has the dummy variable has the potential to use to estimate 2 slopes. इसकी अलग slopes है यहाँ से, its slope is different. If I would like to do it, I can measure it by graphically as well as now we are using in the model. So what is the model? Look at the model. Y is equal to alpha 1 plus beta 1 xi plus beta 2. This is showing the other part of the regression. Beta 1 xi mean from here to this is now your xi. From here to here in this region. And the other is, look at here, xi minus x star. That these are the values that are after this x star. Each value you will be minusing x star. So what this means, that this is a different regression and this is a different regression. Y is now your sale commission. This is yi. Xi volume of sales generated by the salesperson. ये जो है वो यहाँ तक आपका एक मॉडल है. And what is this? X star is the threshold value of sales, also known as the NOT. We also the threshold level, this X star is called also threshold level, or you can say that this is the NOT level. So the next thing is interesting. You will be using dummy. What is dummy? D is equal to 1. This is dummy. D is equal to 1 if xi is greater than x star. Look at the values. If xi, these are the xi, if these are greater than x star, your D is equal to 1. Dummy is equal to 1. You can change as we did in the case of male. Once we said that male is equal to 1 and then we said that the female is equal to 1. So what this means, if d is equal to 1, if xi is greater than xi star, greater than the threshold level, and then there is 0 if it is less than. So what does this mean? If it is less than this is this area, and if xi is greater than x star, this is this area. So assuming expected value of ui, ये जो है यहाँ पर, we say it is the same ui as there. So what will be expected value of yi di when di is equal to 0, xi x star it is equal to alpha 1 plus beta 1 x. मॉडल ले आएंगे यहाँ पर, yi is equal to alpha 1 plus beta 1 xi plus beta 2 xi minus x star di. अब ui को छोड़ दें, ये जो सही है. Now look at this expected value of yi given di. We suppose that it is equal to 0. We use dummy for this. अब जब ये 0 होगा, you can see that this term will become 0. So it will become simply that is this is beta 1 alpha plus beta 1 x1. Here look at this for this one. And if you write expected value of yi given di and it is equal to 1. अब इस जगह पर आपने जो है वो 1 रख लिया, your model will become alpha 1 minus beta 2 x star plus beta 1 plus beta 2 xi. So what this is, the piecewise linear regression is an example of a more general class of function that is also called a spline function. So new concept, I am not going to talk about this concept. What this is mean, this kind of regression is also called the spline function. So there are some of the technical aspects of the dummy variable. I would like to go through it very quickly. The interpretation of dummy variable in semi-logarithmic model regression, if we use the dummy, then we can, in the logarithm form, we can say that these are the log linear models. So what is this? Where this is the situation, you can say the interpretation changes. So I would like to postpone this up to the next lecture, and I would like to give you the summary of this because it is a bit technical discussion, and I would like to restart it from the next lecture. So what I am going to give you the summary, that we talked about the dummy variable, and we were talking about the caution in the dummy variable that are very critical, pivotal and important in this case, that we should take the cautions, and there are two major cautions. The first is that when you want to introduce the dummy variable, one technique is to use as many dummies as there are the categories. The second technique is that you are using the dummies that are less than one categories. What is the difference between two techniques is that when you are using as many dummies as there are categories, your intercept will go out of the model. And when you will be using m-1 dummies, intercept will remain there. So what will be this? That the category you omit from the model, that becomes the benchmark, base, and you can say the reference category. And the beta 1 captures the mean value of the omitted category. For example, if you include 1 for male and you exclude female, setting them equal to 0, so beta 1 will capture the mean value of the female that are now out of the model. So there are both techniques. Most of the time the situation comes that which model we should use. There are no hard and fast rule, but we recommend at this stage that it is much better to introduce m-1 category rule, because if we are using this kind of rule, then there is intercept, that is the base category, and it helps us directly compare the you can say the different categories, and you can say the different scale. So if this is the situation, then we have some advantage over the other model. Do not think that one is better than the other. We are just giving our argument. You can take your argument for this and you can say that whether it is right or wrong. When you will be going through the practical works, you will be coming in these scenarios. So then we talked about the ANOVA and ANCOVA variable. Simply I would like to say that what is the ANCOVA variable and what is the ANCOVA model and the ANOVA model. ANOVA model are simply that if all the independent variables are of qualitative form. If they are this form, then your model is ANOVA model. And if they are the mixture of qualitative as well as the quantitative, then your model becomes ANCOVA model. So most of the research, we are using the ANCOVA model, and the dummy variables has the potential to capture this kind of situation, and you can use the ANCOVA model because in reality your dependent variable is not only influenced by only qualitative variable, but it is also influenced by the quantitative variable also. So when your independent variables are, you can say, the qualitative as well as the quantitative, you are using the ANCOVA model. So when you are using the ANCOVA model, then the interpretation will change. Then we study the very critical concept, that the interactive term. Look at this. In the last previous 24 lecture, we did not use any of the two variables in the multiplicative form. But when we started now studying the dummy variable, we are using different dummies, and sometimes we are using with the multiplicative form, and most of the time we are utilizing them or implying them with the you can say the additive or the minus sign. When there is additive or the minus signs, we keep the effect of that dummy across the model constant. But when there are variable or you can say the interactive term, it is capturing the both characteristic. For example, if we have two qualitative variable, I can say the gender and the race. When there will be interactive term, it will be capturing the race as well as you can say the gender situation. So if this is the situation, then it becomes further better and we can compare the results in different way. The last topic we discussed, that was the piecewise linear regression. Sometimes it happens that that our model shows different trends. When it shows different trends and the trends are linear, you will go to before that the level that is segregating the lines, that is the threshold level. जिससे पहले लाइन का और ट्रेंड है और बाद में that is called the threshold level, and the dummy variable has the potential to estimate the regression model when there are two different trends. So we will be using dummy for when before when it is the threshold level, and you will be using the dummy when it is the above, and you will be estimating the result. And we have closed our discussion on the technical aspects of the dummy variable. So we will continue this discussion. So till next lecture, goodbye and Allah Hafiz.